We are trying to get hold of the Attorney General, Festus Mbandeka, with regards to the procedural requirements in the appointment of the Director General and Deputy Director General of the Anti-Corruption Commission of Namibia. I've just been informed that we do have Attorney General Mbandeka on the line. A very good evening to you, sir. Thank you so much for joining us. Attorney General, can you hear me, sir? Mr. Mbandeka, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you.
How are you doing today?
I can hear you.
Fantastic. Mr. Mbandeka, let's get into it. Firstly, what are the procedural requirements when it comes to the appointment of a Director General and Deputy Director General of the Anti-Corruption Commission?
Hello?
Mr. Mbandeka, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, sir. Can you please take us through the procedural requirements when appointing or nominating people for the posts of Attorney General, Director General and Deputy Director General of the Anti-Corruption Commission?
Thank you very much, Ndishishi, for having me, and thanks to the viewers. As we all know that Namibia is a democratic state which is governed in terms of the rule of law, as provided for in terms of the Constitution. In this case, the procedure for the appointment of the Director General and Deputy Director General for the ACC are clearly set out in the Constitution and in the Anti-Corruption Act. In particular, Article 94A, sub 5 of the Constitution and Section 4 of the Anti-Corruption Act provide that the National Assembly appoints the Director General and the Deputy Director General upon nomination by the President. So therefore, this is a two-stage process whereby the President appoints, the President nominates, and the National Assembly appoints upon such nomination by the President.
Fantastic. Thank you for that clarity, sir. Of course, this situation is one of urgency when you look at the number of extensions to the acting or the current acting heads of the ACC. Of course, initially their contracts were to end on the 31st of December 2020. We saw that extension, and then upon the extension expiring in June again, we saw another extension which is ending this weekend. Mr. Mbandeka, in terms of the ACC Act of 2003, what provisions does it make in the event that no Director General or Deputy is appointed within the specified period, considering the time that this is to end here?
Yeah, in terms of the law, if the terms of office of the office holder has expired, or they too are not able to execute their functions, the President is, in terms of the law, entitled to appoint acting Director General or Deputy Director General into that position for the period that is specified in terms of that appointment.
What happens if no appointment is made before the 31st of July?
Yeah, obviously, that will then create a vacuum in the position. It means that there shall not be any person who shall then occupy that position to execute the functions of the Director General and the Deputy Director General of the ACC. And that is, of course, undesirable. That's why the law recognizes that there could be a situation whereby the terms of office or the two officials may not be able to execute their functions. Therefore, the President is then entitled in terms of the law to make an appointment in acting capacity for those officials to act in that position until a proper appointment is then made in terms of the law.
Thank you so much for joining us this evening and clarifying some of the issues around this matter. Thank you for joining us, sir. There you have it, Attorney General Festus Mbandeka taking us through the procedural requirements and provisions as per the ACC Act of 2003, as well as the Constitution with regards to the appointment of a Director General and a Deputy Director General of the ACC. Of course, we did see a special short session that the National Assembly had today with regards to the nominations of candidates.